Can you hear me now, mechanical? Again, apologies about that, everyone. I needed to sort my settings out. I couldn't quite find out what was going on. But it's sorted now. Ashik, a 104.4, mechanical, a 104.7, Kieran, a 105 flat, Bonneville, 105 flat, Kane Lowry, a 105.1, Clay, a 105.5, Carl Trim, a 105.6, Simba, a 105.8, and Cami Moo, a 108.1. See what Cami sector 2 splitters. He's 2 seconds under. Era Voice, a 105.5. Full Send, a 105.8. Cami Moo, a 105.5. Ehau as invalidated. Zonny Veld, a 106.1. Ninja is on his outlap. Ehau is jumping into the pits. Let's see what Ninja can produce. As he comes around the final corner, he sets a 105.9. Currently puts himself P12. Kev King will be the next one to set a time. He's currently coming through sector 2. As he invalidates. So he won't be the next to set a time. Carl Trim looks like he is on a lap. He's currently 2.5 temps. Better off through 2 sectors. See what he can do through sector 3. As he invalidates coming around the final corner. Simba is not on a lap. And Simba starts his lap now. Ehau is also on a lap. Kev King was on a lap, but obviously invalidated, so has jumped back into the pits. Looks solid from E-House so far. And it is solid, a 105.1. Simba will be next, and it's telling me he's 5.5 temps better off through 2 sectors. Simba goes P5 or 105.1. Cammy is on a lap. Looks like he's closely followed by Full Send. Cammy decides to pit. Full Send will be the next to cross the line. And he puts himself P5. Great lap from Dave, a 105.1. Clay P11 currently, so he needs to improve. So Ninja will be the next one to set a time. And he's almost half a second better off through the first sector. Ninja is still improving, almost 6 temps better off. Still needs to find more though. See if he can hook the last 2 corners up as he comes around the final corner. Solid lap from Ninja, a 105.1. But is it going to be enough? Kev King is on a lap. He's the only one not to set a time yet, as Mechanical is retired in the pits. Carl is also on a lap, as Full Send decides to retire in the pits as well. Carl's improving by 2 temps currently. Still needs to find more out the final 2 corners. And does, puts himself P10 at 105.2. And he currently gets knocked straight out by Kev King, a 104.9. It's telling me Kieran is a 10th better off through sector 1. Let's see what he can do. This is starting to approach a bit of traffic. It's telling me he's half a second quicker. This could challenge pole. Yeah, solid lap there from Kieran at a 104.3. Great lap. Kane needs to find some time. Cammy needs to find some time. Era Voice does, so does Clay. It's telling me that Kane is a 10th up. He's 3 tenths up now. He is still improving. 2 more corners left to go. Yeah, solid lap there. 4.5 tenths better. Era Voice goes P10. Cammy coming around the final corner. Doesn't improve. Zonneveld is improving, but very slightly. Clay is not improving by the looks of things. So it's only Zonneveld and Ehal that can improve. Ehal is slightly better as well, and it is going to be enough to knock Era Voice out of Q2. Let's see if he can hook the final 2 corners up. He does, and it's enough for P7, a 105.1. And it's telling me that Cammy is also up. Needs to find about 4 tenths. And he does, puts himself P6. Great lap there from Cammy at 105 flat. And it knocks out Ninja, Era Voice, Clay, Coldtrim, and Zonneveld. Great lap there from Kieran, taking pole in Q2 for 104.3. Good lap there from Full Send Dave as well, making Q3. So that's an interesting mix of drivers up there in this first Q3 session of the season. So just confirmation then, we are going to be losing Ninja, Era Voice, Clay, Carl and Zonneveld. Just 8 temps covering the top 14. And confirmation of your top 3 then, Kieran with a 104.3, Ashik a 104.4 and Kane Lowry a 104.6. It's going to be a tight Q3 session. As drivers start to come out. To set their banker laps. So Kane will be the first one to set a time here in Q3. So Kane a 104.8, Ashik a 104.1, Mechanical 104.4, Bonival 104.4, Kieran a 104.6. Full Send will be next. Sets a 105.7. E-House, was next, and he set a 104.7. Full Send was a 105.7. We'll see what Simba can do. As Kieran has been disqualified for blocking the pit lane. It's unfortunate for him. He appears to have had contact with the barrier. That's unfortunate for Kieran. As Clay says, he screwed up massively. That's disappointing to hear, bud. Hopefully you can bring it back in the race. Simba coming around the final corner. He sets a 105.4. Kev King is about to start his first flying lap. As he is invalidated. So we are just waiting now for someone else to set a time. Which is a perfect opportunity to tell the viewers what basically happened last season. So last season, obviously, Diamonds taking the championship on 209 points. New Era finished second with Terriers not far behind. Obviously, them guys have now moved up. Apart from Diamonds, New Era, Terriers, and JJ have all moved up to Tier 1. Aston Martin took the team championship with Alpine in P2 and Alfa Romeo in P3. Season awards. So for Tier 1, your driver of the season was Bruges, and your most improved was Colby. Tier 2, your driver of the season was Diamonds, and your most improved driver was Gainful. And for Tier 3, your driver of the season was Kane Lowry, and your most improved driver was Nerfback, which was well deserved from all 6 of them guys. So that's a bit of a rundown of basically the final standings for last season. And that brings me perfectly now back onto Kev King, and let's see what his first flyer is. And it's a 105.1. He'll be looking to improve on that. Ehal is on an outlap. So yeah, that is pretty much last season's standings. So a bit of information for you guys if this loads. The last time we raced here in Tier 2 at Austria was in Season 6, which is now 3 seasons ago, and funny enough, it was round 1 as well, as Ehal is invalidated. As I'm just waiting for it to load. Ashik is on an outlap, he'll be the next one, 2 set of time. So once it loads, I will let you know what happened 3 seasons ago here. See if we can spot any familiar names. Ashik has given up on that lap, it appears. Simba is on a lap. So, the last time we raced here, Mechanical took a podium. So he'll be looking to repeat that. So let's see what everyone can produce here on their final runs. Dave is almost 7 tenths quicker through 2 sectors. Dave puts himself P4, second quicker, 104.7. Really good lap from him. Ashika 104.1. Mechanical is currently a tenth better off through sector 1. Bonneville is also improving, almost 2 tenths quicker. Mechanical is now finishing sector 2, and he is currently over his time. Bonneville takes provisional pole 104.1. Mechanical invalidates. Kev King is currently over his time. Ehal is improving by 2 tenths currently. Kev King is over, so Ehal appears to be the only person that can improve at the moment. Camimu doesn't set a time, and he does improve. Puts himself P4 at 104.4. Bit of an unexpected pole sitter up there in Bonneville. It's a great time from him though, a 104.1. Ashik a 104.1. Kane Lowry a 104.3. Ehalzu a 104.4. Mechanical 104.4. Kev King a 104.6. Full send Dave a 104.7. That's a good lap from Dave, well done. Simba a 104.8. Camimu didn't set a time. And Kieron got disqualified for blocking the pit lane. So I will be back in a second. I'm just going to go and grab a drink. as we're just waiting for the grid to form back up. So tyres for you guys, Bonneville, Ashik, Ehal, Mechanical, Zonneveld, Paranoid, are all on the hards. And away we go then. Everyone getting a fairly clean getaway by the looks of things. Mechanical and Ashik having a little scrap. Ehal managed to make it past Mechanical and Ashik. That's opened up a bit of a gap to Bonneville, sorry. Kev King went a bit deep and that's given the position up to Kane. As I say, looked like a fairly clean getaway from everyone. Carl Trim looks to have got past Zonneveld. As Cabalis is dropping back. He's had a bit of a moment, it appears, at the final corner. Mechanical is gaining. Thinks about a move, but backs out. That might give the run now to Ashik, as Kev King has made it past Kane Lowry. Kane is fighting it back though. Can't quite get it done. These two will be looking to make moves past the guys ahead on hards before the hards become a better race tyre. Bonneville just controlling the pace quite nicely out front at the moment. So DRS has been enabled. This is where you're going to see a few moves happening. Ashik looking close to the back of Mechanical, thinks about a move but backs out. Ehal has made it back into Bonneville's DRS, but Bonneville is just sitting there on 100% ERS. Mechanical looking close. Again to Ehal. Ehal is now out of DRS. So let's see if Colin can make the move. As Kev King is lining up Ashik. Can't get it done into that corner. And that is now opening the door to Kane Lowry to get the run. Mechanical is making a move. Ehal fights it back. Mechanical is going to get the much better exit though. And gets the move done into the fast two left-handers. There is now a bit of a gap forming from Kieran on the back of Camus. Ashik is looking close to the back of Ehal. Let's see how this one plays out. Kane also looking close to Kev. Era Voice is making a move now on Dave as Dave just takes a little excursion. That now opens the door to his teammate Carl. Dave's still trying to fight it around the outside. Carl gets that done, and that is now opening the door up to Ninja. We'll jump back on board with Ashik because he looks like he is closing onto the back of Ehal. Going into turn one, they're side by side. Yeah, good driving from them two. But that now has opened the door to Kev King. Kev King gets the move done on Ashik. This is now allowing Mechanical to get away from Ehal as Kev was looking to make a move and still is. Can he go around the outside? He can't. Just needs to be patient. He is on the faster tyre. Let's see if Kev can make the move. He thinks about it, but thinks better of it. He's going to have a little go into turn 3, I feel. Here we go then. Goes to the outside. The move is done before the braking zone as Ehal just has a little nudge into the back of him, which has now opened the door to Ashik. And Ashik gets the move done as well. Ehal sends it back up the inside. But that now gives the run back to Ashik into the next two left-handers. As Mechanical has made it past Bonneville. This could be a good little scrap between these two. Bonneville does have double the ERS of Mechanical. Ehal picks up 3 seconds for track limits. Whoa. I don't know what happened there, but that brings out the first safety car of the evening on lap 8. I don't really know what happened there, but Simba's missing the front wing. Ashik appears to have got away with that. Kane Larry's got front wing. Ehal Zhu. Appears to have his front wing as well, so I'm not entirely too sure what happened. So let's see if anybody pits. I'd imagine that the medium runners might be thinking about it, although that is a hell of a stretch to go. Nobody thinking about it as yet. Ashik is pitting, Simba's pitting, Kieran's pitting, Era Voice is pitting. So let's see what's happened to Ashik. He is getting a front wing change. So Kieran has managed to jump 2 positions out of that. And he is now on some hards. Let's see if he can take it all the way. Jump back on board with your race leader, Mechanical. I would imagine that the safety car is going to be in this lap. Santoxa picks up a 5-second penalty for a collision with Simba. And the safety car is in this lap. So I'd imagine that Colin is going to start back in the back up. So here we go then. First safety car and hopefully first and only safety car of this evening. Here comes the restart from Mechanical. He gets away. Hasn't got the jump though on anyone that doesn't appear to be the case. As Kane has got past Ehal. Ehal chucks it back up the inside. And makes the move stick. As we have something going on in sector 2. Yep, Gameful has hit the wall. It's unfortunate for Gameful. Let's jump back on board as Kev King has managed to pass Bonneville. Maybe now looking to jump all over the back of Mechanical. Kane Lowry looks to be sizing up a move on how thinks about it, and that brings out the virtual safety car as Antoxa looks to have had a bit of an incident, has lost his front wing. Gainful doesn't appear to have had any front wing damage from his little issue. As Cavaliers picks up 3 seconds for track limits. We are back underway. Kev King looks for a move on mechanical. Can't get it done into turn 3 as Simba has had a little bit of contact with the wall. Let's see if Kev can get it done in turn 3 again. Don't think he's going to be able to. It's full 7, picks up 3 seconds for track limits. Ehal makes it past Cammy Moo. Obviously these two guys are still yet to pit. So we'll see what they are thinking in terms of strategy. Obviously mechanical thinking of going long on them hard tyres. Kev would have to pit, I'd imagine, in the next 6 to 8 laps. I would guess. I haven't done much practice here myself yet. Kev gets the move done. Or does he? I don't think he does. He has. The move is done from Kev. As Clay has made it past Kane Lowry. Clay is looking racy on the back of Cammy Moo. Kieran now joining this fight as well on the much fresher compounder tyre. Here we go then. Kane is looking for a move around the outside of Clay. Good bit of racing from them guys, but that now brings Kieran into play. As we've got yellow flags in sector 1. As Clay comes out on top. Carl Trim and Ehal having a little scrap. Carl looks to have got the better drive out of that corner. Ehal is fighting this. I would say probably fighting it a bit too hard considering he's 2 seconds off the back of the guy in front. And with a 3-second penalty, I would just be letting the quicker guys help me by. As Bonneville has picked up 3 seconds for track limits. At the moment, that shouldn't be too much of an issue to keep P3. But he does need to get a move on. Kane is now looking for a move on Clay, but that then leads Clay to make the move on Kamimu. Kamimu sends it down the inside, and there is contact between the two. A bit of a late lunge there, if I'm totally honest. Let's keep an eye on this one. This one looks to be spicing up a little bit. Kane Lowry now looking down the inside. As Cammy jumps into the pits. As Kane must have had a bit of a coming together there with someone. It's unfortunate for him, he's riding well up there. As Kev King and Mechanical having a little ding-dong battle going through sector 2. These two just continuing to build the gap to P3 Bonneville. Ashik looking close to Clay. Clay jumps in the pits. As Clay picks up 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. As Kane Lowry looks to have had a bit of an issue as well, and that brings out the virtual safety car. So we'll see what your top two do. I'd imagine that they're going to both pit, 3 pit stop. So Kev pits, Mechanical doesn't. As we are back racing again. That's unfortunate for Kieran. Lost it at the final corner. Was coming together with the wall and is now struggling to get back on track. Disappointing for him. He's riding well there on the back of Ashik. Now he's struggling to turn. Ashik now looking for a move on Bonneville. Fulson Dave's leading the race. Surely not. Ashik decides to pit. As Kev King is in Mechanical's DRS. We'll see if he can make use of that on the harder compounded tyre. As Cammy Moo makes it past Ehal tries to fight it back, but can't. Thinks about sending it up the inside, but that's probably a good idea not to, if I'm totally honest. Kev just dropping off the back of Colin a little bit. As Bonnie Val looking for a move on Cavalis. Gets the move done. Now Bonnie Val will be looking to make a move on Dave. Gets it done nice and easy. Mechanical looking to make a move on Cavalis. Gets it done into the fast sweeping right. Is now hunting down full send as Clay picks up 3 seconds for track limits. As Mechanical sends it up the inside of turn 3. We'll see if Mechanical can hunt down Bonneville then. Kev King is trying to make a move past full send. Can't quite get it done just yet. Maybe turn 1 or turn 3. Turn 3 I'd imagine. Here we go then. There's Dave. Wise not to try and fight it too hard. And he's going to have the DRS of Kev to help him defend from Cavalis. Carl is looking to make a move past Clay as well. Let's just have a look at penalties for you guys. Oh, what am I doing? So Bonneville carrying that 3 seconds at the moment. Mechanical just needs to stay in that 3 seconds. He picks up the win. Kev needs to just try and get within Bonneville's 3 seconds. Cavalis carrying 3 seconds. Claire's carrying 8. Ihazu 3. Ashik 6. Full Send 3. And Zonneveld 3. As Carl makes a move up the inside of Clay into turn 3. Clay looking to go around the outside. Good racing from these two guys. Clay fighting this one hard into the next corner. Thinks better of it. So Mechanical is in Bonneville's DRS. Cavalis is in the pits as EL picks up another 3 seconds for track limits. Mechanical getting close to the back of Bonneville. If I was Mechanical, I would be recharging my battery a little bit, considering the guy ahead of me's got double. Carl Trim now up to P4. So this is pretty much Mechanical's to lose now. Clay made it back past Carl. Carl now makes it back past Clay. Good little battle between these two. So let's see what happens now down in turn 3. Mechanical doing really well to recharge that as I say that he starts draining it as Bonneville was draining his battery. Mechanical gets the move done then. As Era Voice is in the pits. Pint size. It's a 10 seconds. Exceeding track limits. I don't know what that was about. as Antoxa picks up 3 seconds, and so does Dave. Clay and Carl still having a real good battle here. So again, I reckon this will be a turn 3 pass from Clay on Carl. And I'm correct. Goes to the outside. Gets the move done. So not too much really happening at the moment. As Kieran picks up 3 seconds for track limits. Just look at position changes for you guys, because that is something I haven't done yet. Carl Trim up 8 positions, Cavalis 8, Paranoid 8. Biggest loser at the moment is Kane Lowry and Simba. Kane down 11, Simba down 9. So Clay up 9 positions, but obviously he'll drop down a couple with his penalties. Good drive from them guys. Just look at penalties for you guys as well. As we approach the penultimate lap of the race, as Ashik picks up 3 seconds for track limits, as Bonneville makes the move on Mechanical. I think this might be a bit in vain though, to be honest, with that 3 seconds. Although Mechanical doesn't really have much ERS. As Ehal makes it past Clay. Ninja picks up 3 seconds for track limits. As we are now on the final lap of the race. Mechanical pulls to the inside. Gets a decent enough run, but Bonneville manages to hold on. As point size picks up another 3 seconds for track limits. As your top 2 approach the final 2 corners, Bonneville takes P1 on track but drops down to P2 after penalties. Mechanical taking P1. Whoa, so it's just absolute carnage happened. I'm not actually too sure what happened there. Kev King P3, Carltrim P4, Ehal P5, Clay P6, Cavalis P7, Paranoid P7, Cavalis P8, Camimu P9, Ashik P10. Zonivel P11, Dave P12, Gameful P13, Kane Lowry P14, Era Voice P15, Simba P16, Antoxa P17, Pint Size P18, Kieran and Ninja DNFing over the line. So we would just get your podium sitters into the party. Which was Kev King, Bonneville and Mechanical. Let's get them guys into the lobby. As Mechanical has joined. One second, mate. As Mechanical has joined. No, they can't hear you, Mechanical. Okay then, bud.
How about now? That better? If it's on now, I'll just remote turn it off later. If it's on, how about now? I'll just remote turn it off. I heard that echo, I'm definitely on now.
Yep, all good. Right, so let's start with Bonnie Bout.
Yeah, didn't expect to get pole in qualifying. 5,000 is about as close as it can get nowadays, but the alternate strategy seemed to be the right way to go. Gutted about the 3 seconds, probably should have picked up a 6 second penalty for track limits, but seemed the F1 game was being kind.
Language.
I didn't use any bad language, what was you on about? But yeah, I couldn't, no matter if I had 100% ERS, I wouldn't have pulled out a 3 second gap to Mechanical anyway, so, and he didn't pick up a warning throughout that race, so he deserves it, and we'll go again next week.
Yeah, so from a comms point of view, you looked really solid. Looked like you had the pace. Like you say, the 3 seconds sort of hindered you a little bit, but from your perspective, what would your target be this season?
I don't think a question like that could be asked after round one. You'd have to wait 4 or 5 rounds to determine where you are. I know this lobby had a few reserves in, so there aren't. It's not an accurate representation of where round one was, but the aim is hopefully podiums. But like I said, you'd have to wait a few more rounds for everything to level out and see where we're actually at.
Yep, that's fair enough. Obviously, like I say, good pace from you this evening. Hopefully, I'll be speaking to you some more this season.
Hopefully that's the case.
Well done, Bonnie Belt. And we now go on to your race winner, Mechanical. Good evening.
Good evening, mate.
How are you?
Sweaty, I'll be honest. That was a hard-fought race.
It's nice to see you back up there, to be honest.
Yeah, it all comes down to practice. Like, I won't lie to you, me and Kieran spent hours last night just practicing lap after lap after lap. And just trying to get turns 1 and 3 especially right, because they're the two hardest turns on the track. And yeah, well, it paid off. I mean, you could see the pace I'd got. That just wasn't letting anyone slow me down today. So, but we'll see where we are. Like Bonnie said, we'll see where we are after a few rounds. I'd like to think this isn't a one-off, but who knows? We know me. We've seen me bottle everything before, so But yeah, just happy with the win.
Yeah, no, so obviously after a bit of a disappointing season from you last season
Yeah.
in your standards.
Yeah, I missed a few races, had some bad results. Kind of, yeah, really bad season from me last year.
So we're hoping that this is a bit of a change, and I can obviously speak to you a little bit more on the podium.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
So I haven't asked this question to anyone else, obviously, apart from Bonnie. Well, apart from you, sorry. But how your reaction on your teammate and your team this season?
Um, Honestly, I don't know most of the guys that I'm with, especially the tier one guys. Haven't really had much time to interact with them. They're not very chatty. But me and Huntsman, who are currently teammates, although he's not here tonight, we've got a long-standing racing relationship. We raced a lot together in Tier 3, so we race together really well. So I'm expecting good things from us. And then the same in Tier 3, those two guys have been racing together quite a lot, Hindsight and Chip Hazard. So we're expecting some good results there too.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be another close battle between all the constructors this season, and especially in Tier 2, it looks like it's going to be quite close between the pairings.
Yeah, it looks really strong. I mean, there's some really good teams. I mean, myself, I was only hoping to be somewhere in the top 10 this season after such a poor season last, as you mentioned. So, yeah, I mean, get off to the best possible start. So, yeah, race win. I think I still had the fastest lap. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that.
Yeah, we'll
But,
have to double check that.
but yeah, like I say, I was just happy to be here, honestly. You know,
No,
I don't really know what else to
so
say. I'm a little bit drained.
it's a really, really good result, and like I say, it's nice to see you back taking wins and podiums.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully, some more this season, Mechanical. Take care, buddy.
Cheers.
And that is the end of round 1 of season 9 here in Austria. Obviously, Mechanical taking the win, followed by Bonnie Val in P2 and Kev King in P3. I will have a look where we are next week. Obviously, Sunday, tune in to Tier 3 at the slightly earlier time of 8 p.m. Next week, we are at USA in Las Vegas, which will be interesting. Obviously, supposed to race there last year, didn't. So, hopefully, see you guys there. This is King Luckman, over and out.